I have to talk about a little bit about why I choose my teammates. They are not high-level civil servants. They are no scholars. Some of them are even, and now, jobless. Jobless not because they cannot take up any job. Talking about sacrifices. Just now Gilbert Goh was talking about the sacrifice of my eldest brother. But he himself have given up 2 job opportunities because of this election. And you know why? Because the potential employers, one is a government, quasi-government organization. The other one is a GLC. When they hear that they are going to contest, they shake their head. But it doesn't mean that he cannot take up the job. It's more than professional to take up the job. This is a sacrifice for public service. This is a real sacrifice for public service. And for our youngest member, Raymond Lim, he actually quits his job just to focus on this election. How many of us could do that? And of course, Safarin is a very busy man. But luckily, he worked in the NIC, so no need to quit job. Reno Fong, the one is running island-wide every day.
Yes, Reno!
But for this election, for the past 10 days, he have to put aside his business just for this election. I do not know how much opportunities have been lost, but thank you. This is my homeland, and I believe it is yours too. I've stayed here for 40 years, my whole life, seeing things changing and happening for the past 40 years. I have high regards to some of the PAPO guards, but all are dead. Not the one who is living. But I'm seeing now how a good country is turning into a soulless, heartless, and greedy company. And this is why I'm standing here. Because I do not want my country to be a slave factory. And as a country, in spite of having a world's highest paid politicians as a country, this company doesn't have any sense of accountability. Do you want accountability? You pay $3 million for a prime minister. Do you want accountability? You pay $2 million to Mabao Tan. Do you want accountability? The prime minister has tried very hard to say sorry. Bullshit. But we do not want sorry. We want them to regret. Regret for not taking our interest into consideration for the past 5 years. Or you can repent and see who are the gods. We are the gods or they are the gods. But it is, even if it is repent, it is just too little, too late. It is just like saying someone actually SMS me, message this one. It's just like saying sorry just 3 days before a tribunal. Right? It's just like telling the examiner to pass his exam when he has not studied. Will Cambridge give them double first for just saying sorry. Good luck to them. NSP have been raising issues after issues for the past 3 years. If you have not seen our press releases, we take pains to write our press releases. From the floods, to the casino, to every current issues that we have. Although we have not paid a single cent as volunteers of this party, but it is public service that we have chosen to do it. We have to raise issues that we see it. Because this is my country. If I read my blogs, Singapore Alternatives, you can see 500 posts written over about 6 years. I'm not a very regular poster, but each and every post that I put is about the issues that you and me face daily. Not a single issue that I anyhow pumped up. From public transport, to housing, to healthcare, I've raised a lot of issues. But they did not take me seriously until I stand on this stage. Now when things goes wrong, like Mas Salamat escape, did Goh Meng Seng say sorry? No! Did the Prime Minister ask him to resign? No! No. Instead, the Prime Minister went to ask the opposition MP, Loh Teck Sian, whether he wants to resign. He should resign. If Loh Teck Sian can decide for the Prime Minister, he can be Prime Minister. And when we raise concerns about Minister Mabautan's inadequacy of not building enough flats, in spite of knowing that we are going into a 6.5 million population. You say what? The flats are still affordable. But now, don't worry, but now, only when the heat of this election, the heat not provided by the army or our team, is provided by you. Right? And it gets hotter and hotter. He start to say, increase supply, increase subsidies, increase income ceiling, whatever he can do. But did he say sorry? No, not a single word of sorry that have messed up our country, messed up the future of our younger generation. He just said, caught off guard. You know what is caught off guard? When you do guard duty during the army time, you caught off guard, it means that you are sleeping. Right? We do not want ministers who will only work once in 5 years, but spend the rest of the 4 years caught off guard. Do you want that? It seems like he only worked during this election period. Everything throughout. Do you want a minister that really worked like that? No. Do you want to vote for him? No. Do you want to sack him? Yes. Then who should you vote? Who should vote? Thank you. Now, it's not just about being caught off guard. Right? There's absolutely no reasons for all ministers to be caught off guard. Whether it's healthcare, whether it's public transport or housing. Why? because they have been sitting on the same table, having meetings, discussing the economic strategy of increasing huge number of foreign workers to increase the GDP. And yet, they have forgotten that they need to build more hospitals, flats, public transport networks. Then what are they doing? Sleeping. This is sleeping. Out of gun. This is very important, my friends. It is clear to us, my fellow Singaporeans, that if we continue to give PAP the absolute power, there will be no accountability, and there will only be complacency and arrogance, to the point that the PAP minister would probably say, I quote, they are deaf to criticism. Who said that? Lim Swee say. He's lucky I'm not contesting against him. If the Prime Minister is unable to take charge and ask incompetent ministers to leave the cabinet, to leave politics, then we as the voters will have to do the job by using your sacred votes in your hands to vote them out. Don't worry about them voting these ministers out, I tell you. Especially Minister Mabao Tan. Why? Even Senior Minister Goh Chok Tong has implied in his defense of George Yeo that ministers like Mabao Tan, Yaakob, who have done wrong, are more deserving to be voted out. You agree? Vote them out. Now, don't worry about their retirement plans. They will get at least $1 million for doing nothing for 1 year. That's their retirement pension.
He got his pension already.
We and our younger generation have any funds to retire after a 30 years mortgage.
No!
We should worry about our own retirement than their retirement plan. This is our hope. This generation is about our hope, our future. We just want a simple home to be secure for our future generations. Whether we are poor or rich, married, single or divorced, we still need a roof over our heads. Right. In the 70s, in the 80s, I've gone through. I've never seen a single person sleeping on the void deck. Not a single person sleeping on the Changi Beach. But why are we seeing that now? I'll tell you why. HDB told these people who have lost their flats, for whatever reasons, but they are Singaporeans, there are no rental flats available. They have to wait for 36 months. Now they try to say 24 months. But it's bullshit. Why? I'll tell you why. But HDB has rental flats for foreigners. Right? Who came here to work. You mean our Singaporeans who want to work do not need a roof over their head? Other than the foreigners that come to work? HDB, by the rules, HDB cannot rent directly to non-Singaporeans. But it circumvents these rules by setting up a business unit called EM Services, which owns 75%. Every rental flat that is given out by Singaporeans and it handed to the EM Services to be rented out to the foreigners.
Whoa!
Why? Because they can rent out at a higher rental price, 1,600 for a 3-room flat. If they are going to rent to our own Singaporeans, $70, $200, they loogie. And that is why I say they are soulless, heartless, and greedy. I want to ask Mr. Ma Baotan, what is his priority? Singaporeans or foreigners?
Foreigner!
Foreigners. Money. Yes, that's one. He's the most, if he goes to private sector, he will be the best CEO. Because when he was transport minister, he created the most expensive paper, COE. He created ERP. Now he come to housing, what happens? Our younger generation and future generations are screwed. Because they are going to pay higher and higher prices. Mistakenly not, I'm not anti, we are not anti-foreigners. But Singaporeans must come first. Our forefathers, my father, my mother, were foreign to this land when they first stepped on this country. Not a country yet, a land. And started their business, settled down, got married, started their families and set up their home. This is our home now. Yes, we welcome foreigners to make this place their home. Not just a place to speculate on our properties and take away our jobs and make money and run away. We must attract the right foreigners, not those who want to go to America, go to Australia, and taking us for a ride. If they stay on and become one of us as citizens, we will welcome them. NSP has stated in our manifesto that with 1 million period of stay for PRs who bought HDB flats to be set at 8 years. Why? Only those PRs who are really interested to settle down in Singapore would not be deterred by such rules because they are here for the long haul. Right? It is only logical that you have a selection process through the administration, the rules, to make sure that you attract the right people to buy the flats to stay in Singapore. And in times to come, I welcome them to be citizens. Do you? Our future HDB policy used to be PSP's most profitable political achievement and capital. Someone told me, I must be siao, come Tampines and fight Ma Baotan. Why? Because they say everyone owns a HDB flat. And you are fighting Ma Baotans against high HDB prices. And you are going to destroy the value of your assets? No. We are concerned about our younger generation. We must give them the head start to own their first flat and to form their home and their family. This is our motive. Right. And by doing so, you do not necessarily harm the resale market prices because the PRs cannot buy new flats from HDB. Upgraders, okay the second one, you pay higher. Upgraders, singles cannot buy straight for HDB. The core demand of the resale market will be intact while we let our younger generation have a chance to enjoy life and form their family. But Mr. Ma Baotan tried to blur the lines.
He don't know.
He said that he don't know. He cannot be don't know. He is a scholar, I'm not a scholar. Now, I have a lot to say today, but my time is up. I have to let Nico say some words. But before you go, if you will know what my position of HDB policy and what is accountability, please buy a copy of our papers, North Star. The first article I wrote is about accountability. The second article I wrote is unsustainable HDB policies that Mr. Ma Baotan has installed. And in the end, you will be forced to sell your flat for retirement. Do you want that? No. Do you want that? No. What do you do? Vote? wisely. Vote one more time. Out! My dear Tampines voters, when during nomination day, I have made this speech. Your vote is not just about you or even your own children or grandchildren. You are voting, representing the whole country to determine what type of HDB policy we want for our future generation of whole Singapore. Wow, vote wisely. Vote who?
NSA!
Vote who? Vote who? Thank you very much.